And me and Christy, we had met a few years ago. We were working at Amazon here in Lexington, in Lexington. In Lexington, and I still say to this day that this woman, I believe, planted the seed in my soul. Maybe God didn't use her to like blossom me, I guess, if you will, but she definitely did plant the seed in me for me to grow later on. So I'm not going to give my whole life story here. I'm just going to tell you exactly where I came from, where I'm at now. When I was 12 years old, I smoked my first cigarette. When I was 13, I drank alcohol for the first time. When I was 14, hold on a minute, I had this prepared. 12, I smoked a cigarette. 13, I was drank alcohol. 14, I smoked pot for the first time. 15, I snorted my first pill. When I was 16, I was in jail. That was when I first, no, I was 15, went to jail. 16, snorted my first pill. 17, I turned 17 in jail. I had spent 8 months there in jail. I had stolen a car. I mean, it was just bad. And then 18 was the first time I ever shot up. And then 19, I gave my life to the Lord. And now I'm 20, and I'm here, obviously, telling you everything what I'm going through.
Glory to God!
But I want to talk about like the night before that I got saved. I got saved Easter Sunday of last year, so that was April 8th, 2012. And then Easter Sunday this year, I shared my testimony for the first time. This is actually the second time I've shared my testimony in more group than 2 people. So I'm still kind of nervous. Sorry now. So the night before Easter of last year, I had just bought like a brand new iPhone 4. They first come out then. And I had one, and then, but I was broke, and I was trying. It had been probably 3 or 4 days since I had been high. I mean, I was addicted to pain pills, and I mean, I've done everything. I've done coke, crack, heroin, pills, but pills was definitely my drug of choice. But then, I mean, I hadn't done any pills in like 3 or 4 days prior to that, and then I had my phone, and I was thinking that was the only way I could get money. So I sold my phone for $200 to a friend. Nothing seemed to ever make sense. But then when I eventually did give my life to God, it seemed like everything in my whole life finally made sense. That's the reason I went through everything. God brought me through I mean, I had been there doing all of this and thinking, why God, why? Why would you do this to me? Like, that's why I can't say I really believe in God, because why would a God put me through that? But God put me through that so that I could recover from it, and I could stand here today in front of you guys and in front of anybody else that I always talk about God, and to everybody that I come in contact with. I always talk about God because He's the man. Like, next to me, and he grabbed my arm and he said, "Let's go." I said, "Come, Greg, I'm on the altar." So I come up to the altar, and I don't even know if I even made it to the altar because I just broke down. And mind you, I was high and drunk still at this point, like coming to the altar. And some people say it's bad, but I don't know. I mean, so anyway, right. I think that's the best time to get saved or to go to God is when you are broken into pieces, because God is who did put that together.
You're preaching.
When you can't do that for yourself, I had tried to put my broken pieces, put them all together, and it was still broken. And I wasn't able to do it myself. So I got to the altar and I said my little piece. I told him, you know, I don't have much to offer you, but this is who I am, and take it or leave it. But I mean, I really hope you take it because I don't know what's going to happen to me. And I strongly believe if I've ever physically heard God talk to me, it was at that moment He had told me it's over now.
Jesus.
And I just knew it was gone. It was done. My addiction was physically taken.